fib.nq on the 3.
Order filled. Order filled. Order filled. Order filled.
Fib.NQ on the 3.
Order filled.
fib.gc on the 1. Harmonic ES on the 1. fib.nq on the 3.
Order filled.
DCDMNQ on the 3. DCDMNQ on the 3. Fib.GC on the 1. DCDMNQ on the 3. Divergence down NQ on the 9.
Target filled. Order canceled. Target filled.
Fib.gc on the 1. Fib.es on the 1. fib.nq on the 3.
Order submitted. exit,
fib.es on the 1.
Hey, good evening, everybody, and welcome to Day Trading Nomads, where the beer is free and the women are virtual. Hope everybody's having a great night. Hope everybody had a green day. Let's see who's in the room. We got Missile Silo. Awesome. Hey, by the way, your bike is still in the back. Jeff, Daniel D, good to see everybody. Pineapple Pete, Casey, hey, John Bergeron, Adam, good to see everybody. Yeah, last night was kind of a cluster, you know what. Brian, good to see you, man. Let's see, Cashcraft, Chris Ashcraft is in the room. Jesse James, T. Coop. Let's see, Richard C., I think I already said. And Captain Rex was second. Pineapple Pete was first. All right, guys. Good to see everybody tonight. Yeah, Missile, I hear you. But all the barmaids here are. All right, Missile, we'll catch you when you come back. Good to see you. Glad everybody can make it tonight. Sorry, I kind of had a serious business to take care of and ended up working till about 3 a.m. on a conference call all the way till midnight my time. And by the time I got back here, everybody was gone. So, sorry about that. Anyway, glad to see everybody. We're doing okay tonight. We're up $287.50. In my open range trading, we are up. Actually, we closed out at $1,015, which netted me about $102, about $100 in each of my micro accounts, or on the micro, each of my prop accounts. So total so far tonight, we are up $390. So not a bad night. Not a bad night at all. pretty much went on autopilot at about 7 p.m. on the open range. And let's see, Panda did awesome. She's moving up to scent work too. Cool. She did 3 room searches and also picked the correct 2 backpacks with scents out of 17 backpacks. That's awesome. That's right, OB. Let's explaining to do. All right, so let's take a look and see what we got in the way of news tonight. Most importantly, at 2100 hours, President Trump is going to speak. We got a lot of high impact news. Let me pull this down in here so that you guys can see what I'm talking about. So 8:30 is come and gone. That's this morning. 19:30, we got wage prices. 8 o'clock, we got New Zealand impact. We got more New Zealand, a press conference at 2100 hour, which conflicts with President Trump speaking at so we got President Trump at 9 o'clock tonight in 25 minutes. So let's hang on to our boxers and see what happens there. Throw this back where it belongs. So let's just remember 9 o'clock, expecting a rug pull around 9 p.m. Y'all try to help me remember that, okay? Can everybody see the screen okay? I got 4 instruments up there now. Trying a new layout out. Trying out a new layout. And hopefully you guys can see all the numbers. You can see the candles okay. Let me know if you can't. Is it better just to go with the 1? I kind of want to emphasize how much action there actually is on crude and gold at night. Good. Thanks, Casey. Glad you can see it. I'm sure those who are traveling with phones and iPads may be having a little bit of trouble, but they can zoom in a lot easier there than they can on screen. But just so that everybody knows, I have that pretty much taking up one 27-inch screen, and it looks okay. It looks pretty good. I do have the Dream panel on, and I got everything so that you guys know we are fully engaged. It just takes up so much room here, but you can see what I've got. You know what I don't have on there that I need to fix right now? I got to do that. Whoop, where'd it go? Come back. Come back. And there you go. Oh, by the way, underneath, I have my morning stuff, so you can see right here I got the NQ. I'm not the NQ, but NVIDIA, and I have Apple. And I keep that up there to gauge how that impacts several markets now. Down below, let's see. Why won't you go in the spot and place? Down below, we got 3 more. So I'll show you those real quick. And these are the ones I'm just trying to, so I got the VIX, I've got Freeport McMoran, and I've got the softies, Microsoft. I watched Freeport McMoran FCX because of its impact with associated with copper, and I deal with copper on a daily basis, being in the electrical industry. So that is just one that I've been following for 30 years now, maybe even longer. So anyway, as long as those look good to you guys, I do need, been wondering why it's not taking any moonshots or super moons. And it just occurred to me, oh man, watch, it's going to hang up. It hadn't hung up all day. All right, so let's add the Delta Flagging Pro. Let's see if that makes a difference tonight. Like I said, I am full auto. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's arm that one full auto, and then we'll turn this one on. Indicators. I have incorporated the headshot bot there as well. And just so that people know, it's tracking it on a different it's tracking it differently. It's tracking it through a different SIM account. Hit the save button in case it decides to crash. I hear you, Missile. I'm living dangerously. Living on the edge. Headshot bot is something that doesn't get a whole lot of press, and I think it's a shame because it is a tool that we have available to us, and we should be using it. Harnessing its power may be a little in development, but it's doing well so far. It's averaging me about it's making about 1,000 a day, and I have that on crossing over to micro, so it's making another 100 a day. I believe in it, but not so much that I want to walk away from it and leave it active. I think there's a gas leak in here tonight. All right, so gotta minimize those. Because they're screen hog. That's a screen hog, man. That is. You're trying to do this with a minimal size screen, a minimized screen. I don't even know if minimalized is a word. Arm it, shrink it, and go. And then one last one. We'll do the NQ. Arm it, full auto, shrink it, and we're good. Now let's save that. And there we go. There we go. Looks like gold did an about face tonight. But I got out of it when I did. Thank you, Brian. Appreciate it. And away we go. We'll see what happens. We now, what time is it? It is 8:42. So we have 18 minutes till President Trump hits the platform. And we'll see what he's got to say and how it impacts everybody. And we'll give it a go. All right. So give me an idea how you guys did. If you made great money, type a 1. If you had a great day, type a 1. Don't know, Missile. I don't know. If you had a great day, put a 1 in the chat, would you please? See how everybody did today. Missile Silo had a great day. Casey had a great day. Bob had a good day. Great day. If you had a good day, type in a 2. If you had a day that you don't want to talk about, just type in a 3. Lots of ones. Lots of ones. That's good, man. That's great. All right, so Captain Rex gets a 2. Casey has Alga Box, so he's cheating. Coach Cleats had a 1. Awesome, awesome, guys. Jeff Koski, 4. I don't even remember giving a 4. What's 4? All right, the EFs is overbought. Gold rebounded and is really overbought. Jeff didn't get the trade because he was at work all day. Gotcha. Well, crude is making its way up tonight. It's not quite overbought yet, but it's getting close. And it is the only one of my open ranges that is still open. The other ones retraced, got past the point that I wanted to make profit, and I closed in on it with 5 ticks, and they all came down except for the NQ, which I gave 20 ticks till it reached a certain level, and then gave it 10, and then that was it. On which one? Which one, Brian? The MACV-U or a specific MACV on a specific instrument? I think you guys can see the updated MACV-U, right? Yeah. What's happened, James H? Good to see you. The 5 bars on the side. Oh, so what's the MACV measuring? The MACV is measuring the backgrounds. Is it green or is it red for 4 separate instruments? It's called the NERDs. So you have the NASDAQ, the ES, the RTY, and the D for diamonds, which really translates into the Dow. And we refer to it as the YM. So if all those are in positive confluence, it turns strong buy, it turns bright green. If they are in confluence on the sell side, it'll say be bright red with a strong sell. A 3-to-1 ratio gives you a medium sell or a medium buy, which is a darker red, darker green, and a 2. If it's 2-to-2, then it's yellow, and it's considered to be neutral. I feel like gold is going to come tumbling back down, so I'm waiting for an opportunity to get in, see if it reverses itself. So there's the MACV for the for gold, and you can see it's right at that Masher level for the day's performance. And you can see right here that we're at 80 on the OBOS. Anything above 70 is really in the overbought zone. So we're going to pay attention to that one tonight, see how that develops. Copper is getting real close. It's just on the verge of being overbought. Currently, the histogram is a little lower than I'm thinking it needs to be to do an about face, but we'll see what happens. Again, we're paying close attention to that one because that one is actually still open. We're up 300 on that one tonight. And there is on the volume profile, it's a target rich environment there. So here we're really looking for 72.14 followed by 72.62, maybe even pushing all the way up to 73.91. If you look over here, you can see on the MACV, on the algo matrix, long time frame, it's green with a little bit of yellow in there. So we're going to pay attention to that one tonight and see how that shakes out. Yeah, Brian, you really do want to look at all charts, and that's the significance of the MACVU. It gives you a great understanding of where everything is relative to the one chart or one instrument that you want to relate it to. So knowing where the others are and understanding the patterns associated with it is very beneficial to your trading. Yes, I have delta shift lines. If so, how do you get them? You have to have, first off, you have to have AlgoBox, and whether it's the gold package or just about any package comes with the delta. And all you gotta do is turn it on and click the button for the delta shift, and you'll get the yellow lines. Gold is really taking off. I don't know that it's going to hit 3K tonight. I mean, it might, but I kind of doubt it. But I mean, at the rate it's growing, I think it's going to get to around 29.60 and slow down, turn around and come back. Did you download Delta Pro? Did you engage Delta Pro? Let's see if I can get this going for you. So if we go to indicators, so if you go to Delta Flagging Pro, that's the one you got, Captain. Let's see, yeah, Captain Rex. And then if you come down here to my Delta Flagging Pro that we just added, Delta Shift Verticals, make sure that both of these are checked. You see what I'm talking about, Captain? We good? Okay, I'm going to assume that we're good. Okay. Thank you. There you go. Okay, you got it. Anytime there, brother. Anytime. All right, 7 minutes till the hour. I think somebody mentioned that Trump is talking to Fox News tonight. Did I see that? Patience, OB, patience. I could have sworn I saw somebody in here said Trump is talking to Fox News tonight. Yeah, Brian said that Trump is speaking with Fox. Okay. So now, Brian, what the delta ready up is telling you, it regardless if it's green or it's red or it's yellow, it's saying that there's going to be a move there, that it's prime for the pickings. And so if you get a red, so let's take a look at the ES right now. So you got a red dot, and it was several bars afterward, but let's just presume that it was actually closer to that bar, especially on the ES. Because it takes a while for these bars to develop on the ES, especially at night. But you got a red delta ready up, you got a red dot, and what that red delta ready up is saying, hey, you just had a huge spike up, a nice double delta spike, and that's telling you, yeah, get ready for a short, but it's also telling you, be prepared to take the next signal, regardless of what it is. Go with the color of the dot. So if you get let's say you get an alpha omega and it's green, take it long. If you get an alpha omega and it's red, take it short. You get an enigma long, red enigma, take it short. Green, take it long. So, in fact, some people trade without the color. You get the option of turning the color off. I like it. It's telling me, so I'm more inclined to take a short there, but you never take anything alone, right? So, but with the delta, the power of the delta ready ups, the ready DDs, is, hey, once you get one, take a look. Next signal, get ready, take it in the direction that you don't have to take it. Follow your instinct, look at your other indicators, and see which way you want to take it. If you get 3 of these in very, very close proximity, that defines a Titanic zone. So I'm going to make this one bigger since we're having this discussion. Let's go back to earlier in the day and see if we can find a time. So here's 3 right here. And I don't know. So we're talking anywhere from 1436 to 6 minutes. Vinny may kind of say, no, let's take a look at the next one. 42 to 48. No, it's another 6 minute gap. I'd like to find them a little tighter than that. So perfect. Here we go. So what we're looking for here, right here between these 3, shift F12. Let's see if this one does it for me. F12. How about control F12? All right, so right here, you can see that we have this zone right here that we had 3 of them extremely tight, right? So at this point, we need to define that range and go from the top of the R down to the T on delta
GC
shift.
On the 1.
Or the lowest letter of the trifecta that you have. And while you're in there, you can see that you got some dots and it's kind of jigging around. What we're waiting for is something along the lines of what you see right here. You're waiting for it to pop out, right? You're waiting for that thing to happen right there. Now, notice that you got a green ready up, but right here, we're looking for it. We're looking for the trap to get set. Normally, you'd like to see an AO, but look what happened. So it popped up out of the range and it just shot down and it jigged around. Look how far down it went. Boom. So that is the power. Tighter is always good. Good thing I'm not reading these things as I go. See, I lost focus. What were we talking about? Yeah, virtual barmaids, right? So anyway, you can see the power of that. And just to give you an idea, say that you don't get in until it does break here. You wait a little bit, see what it's going to do around this AO right here, okay? So actually this AO right here would have been a good signal had it been above your zone. But let's just say you waited for it to do its little juke and see if that was really it, because it was kind of a shallow break, right? If you wait and you get back in here and you wait for it to cross the red line and you hold it till about here, that's 108 ticks. 108 ticks. So it's what, $540 on the NQ. So I don't know if I did a job explaining this, but that's what a Titanic zone looks like in my
Double
understanding.
Delta GC on the 1.
By the way, it is 9 o'clock. Let's get back to our regularly scheduled program. We'll drop that back into place. We'll take it to current. And I'm going to expand that out so that you guys can actually see these candles better. All right, everything look good there? Guys, I got to go take care of some dog business. I'll be back in a jiffy. Let's go, boys. Come on, let's go. Let's go. Come on. Let's go do everything. Let's go.
Fib.NQ on the 3.
All right, guys, I am back. What'd I miss? It's like Austin came in. Andrew came in. Welcome. Good to see everybody. No, it's still back there. I just checked it out. Miss Alyssa. No, they didn't steal it. I saw it back there. It's back there. All right. I took the dogs back behind the bar. Oh, hey, Churro. All right, buddy. I guess you want to be up here with me. We did refill our cocktail. If John's listening, I got a Malibu and pineapple juice. I'll sleep good tonight. It's like copper didn't come down much. I'm not copper, but crude. Let's see here. What else is going on? The ES came back. The NQ definitely fell off. So there you go. Only on occasion. Only on occasion, Casey. You're going to scrap it. Yeah, Austin. It's not the best time. Thank you, Bissell. I appreciate that. Austin, it tends to be, it is slower. But there are hours of boredom interrupted by moments of sheer terror. Especially with the new administration in. You never know what President Trump is going to say and how that'll impact the market. Gold is starting to retreat. I am going to engage that again because I do feel that is coming back down.
Order filled.
So I'm putting one contract on gold short. Hey, Bobo. So I do have all the dogs in here with me now. Still think crude is going to keep trending up. Not quite sure about the NQ now or ES.
Harmonic
Missile, I just think it's important to understand what the market's doing, why it's doing it, where the potential bias is. And that's what that's really what I use those things for. I could be dead wrong. Have been dead wrong many times. But more often than not, I am right.
Fib.gc.
And as long as I keep that ratio going, it's a win. It's a win. It's a positive EV play. And it helps me understand which way I want to go when playing, when I'm scalping also. Oh, it absolutely does not hurt. For me, it helps me. But I've been doing that for years. That's been doing that for quite a while.
Order submitted.
All right, so it looks like gold farted. Gave us a headshot there. Let's see if it takes it. Let's see what it does.
Hey, Missile, we're gonna need you to tone that kind of talk down around here. Bob's got a big enough head. We don't need to.
Hey, John, what's going on, brother?
Snuck in the back door, sir.
I see that, man. I see that. How you been, brother?
Doing all right, man.
Good, good.
You've proven to be a hard guy to get a hold of these days.
Dude, let me tell you, it was a long night. I had to take somebody out to the airport last night and bring their car back. And I got stuck in all kinds of traffic. In the meantime, I'm on conference call after conference call with Pat because one of our contractors, we just landed a $3.8 million job. And they called us in for a proposal review, which was not at all what I was expecting after they awarded it to us. But we passed the test, but I had to get Pat and John up to speed. I mean, Pat and Mark up to speed. So that took what everybody thought was going to take about an hour, ended up taking about, I think I was on the phone with them till about 1 or 1:30, and then I had a few things I needed to take care of to prep myself for the meeting. And but it was a very good meeting. Very good meeting. Our contract is already been drafted, and they're going to be sending it to us for review. So, yeah.
Sweet. Congratulations, buddy.
Thank you.
Pineapple Pete, what's happening, brother? It's been a little while. Bob and I are doing our best to work our asses off around here right now. So everybody's it's all hands on deck for
Boy,
us.
is that an understatement?
So, it's a good thing to be busy.
Yes. When it make hay when the sun's shining, you got to make hay.
Yeah, you're exactly right, Bob. So that's what we're doing. We're out doing a whole hell of a lot of that. So
yeah.
But Missile, Captain Price, Pete, Jeff. Oh, Casey's out there. I know he is. I haven't seen him. I haven't seen the chat yet, but Casey, Brian, Andrew, everybody, good to see you guys.
Fib.NQ on the
This is
three.
2 nights in a row. I think I need a pay raise, Bob.
Okay. I'll give you 100% pay raise, John.
100%?
100%. You want 200%? Done.
Dude. Sweet. You know what would make it even sweeter? Take 50 off of Jesse.
Okay, I'll do that.
Pay cut for being late.
I'm going to give him a negative 50%. I'll give him a 50%
And I get
deduct,
200%.
and you get 200%.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, I'll just make you 250. How's that?
That's exactly right. That's exactly right.
Dude, it's been a while since I had a Malibu and pineapple juice, man.
Oh, are you you're going with a panty ripper tonight, huh?
I am, dude. I am.
It's been a long time since I've had one of those.
Yeah, I forgot how much rum to put in
Fib.GC
there,
on the
how much
one.
Malibu. So I think I ended up putting just a tad too much, but it's okay. It's a mistake I'll live with.
Sometimes it's error in banker's favor.
That's right. So we took 2 headshots on
I
gold.
saw you took one on the ES. It paid out.
Yeah, and I just took 2 on gold back to back, and I'm not quite sure what it's firing or what it fired off of that second time, but it took it, and it hit target both times. So there you go.
Nothing like a little accidental money.
No, that's right. That's right. Now it's not adding it to, so it's on a different SIM account.
Mhm.
It's tracking it elsewhere. So I am up on my headshots quite a bit tonight. It's not actually registering there though. I don't know why. There's something wrong. I'm gonna go back and fix that. But yeah, it's definitely doing well. I mean, 2 back to back there. So I've got the target set at 8 ticks on the headshot for the gold and crude. I want to get in, get out. I don't want to, but conversely, I'm only taking a 10 tick loss, right? So if I'm winning 2 to 1, I'm making 16 ticks and losing 10. So it's a win-win. If I hit 3 to 1, then I'm even better, right? So
Yep.
anyway, again, it's a tool that I know that you and I talked about this a couple of years ago, and
We've talked about it a number of times. You have all the tools that you paid for.
that's right.
When you're part of the Algobox community, you've bought these tools. So why in the heck not figure out a way to leverage them as part of your overall strategy? Right? It
That's
makes
right.
sense to me to maximize, not only to maximize your P&L, but to maximize your investment in the product that you've acquired, right? So
That's right.
you don't want any, damn it, I'm going to use this term in this context, but you don't want any technical debt here.
No.
So you don't want to buy features that you're not using. We've got access to it, leverage it.
That's right.
Find a way to profit from it. So
That's right.
kudos for continuing the quest, sir.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I do want to start bringing in the 2-finger salutes also, but I'll be back testing that, or not back testing, forward testing it over the weekend. And again, on the headshots. So that's coming across on my my funded accounts or my prop accounts as micros. So overall,
way of doing it.
The risk is minimalized, and let's get the whenever you can add $100 to a PA. So today, okay, I'm up about $500. 300 of it was scalping.
Yep.
No, I take that back. 200 of it was open range. 100 of it, which means I made 1,000 today on my headshots, and then 200 straight out trading micros as minis. I'm not trading the futures as minis. So it was a $500 day, across all your accounts. I was only trading 3 because I'm scared to death to wreck all of them at one time.
Right.
So, it's a $500 day. That means I made $1,500 across 3 accounts. I'm good. I'm very good with that. So
Nothing wrong with that.
no, I don't think so. I don't
Captain
think so.
Price likes the term technical debt. Look at that.
There you go.
We got a reaction out of the man.
There you go.
He knows what I'm talking about.
That's right.
I live and breathe in that world, right? So
Yeah.
we talk it all the time.
AutoCAD, Revit, Navisworks. I'm trying to think of another one. Procore. We use all these things every single day. AccuBid for estimating. I know AccuBid very well. Okay. But I'm probably in the top 15% of the users across country. And John, I tell you, I just skimmed the surface. I probably use 10% of its tools. Those above me probably use 25 to 30% until you get to the top 1% who are maximizing the usage of most of the tools. But there's so much out there in the way of tools on these things that nobody really, if you don't try it, if you don't learn, what's the term? Technical debt. Yep. You're not getting the proper return on your investment. So,
and I think you're proving here tonight that this is
it's a viable function. So what I've done is I've added. So obviously I mean,
admittedly, it's not near as sexy as some of the new stuff, right? I mean, it's just
that's
not.
right.
But that doesn't make it any less effective.
That's right. Well, I do have the dream. I don't know if you heard, but the dream panel is on each one of those, and they're fully engaged, full auto. Those are tied into the ATM associated with that chart. I also have the AOs. I have the crosses, the DCDMs. I have, what else do I have? Harmonics. And when it comes to harmonics, I really only have one harmonic that I'm paying attention to now, and that's the shark. I find that that's the strongest of the many harmonics out there, and I try to keep my charts clean. I'm more apt to act off of a shark than I am any other of the harmonics. So in an effort to keep everything clean, nice and neat, trade what I normally trade, I took everything off except the sharks.
Hey, nothing wrong with that.
No, I don't think so. I don't think so.
I would love to say I traded today, but I did not.
Look, I only traded for a little while. Like, I went to bed at 3, got up about 7, traded for about 30 minutes. And at 9:30, I put my open range trades. At 9:30, I put my oil and gas, metals and energy open range trades in play. And at about after 9:45, I put the NQ and the ES on.
So you're playing gold as a 9 o'clock open range on that?
Oh, absolutely.
8:20.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And I didn't even think about doing it at 8:20, but
it seems to behave where it has a breakout
but you guys checked out kind of early last night, and I appreciate you filling in for me there last night, John.
No problem, dude. Yeah, we got in here. It ended up. Well, Jesse popped on, and then I had to text him about something, and then I realized he's all alone. I was like, well, can't leave a man stranded on the battlefield. So
that's right.
I came and joined in on the fight. Well, it was quite the pillow fight because the market literally went nowhere, and I guess we were on for probably an hour and a half. And,
oh wow!
We gave up. I won't lie. White flags came out, and it was bad. It was bad.
That's too funny,
dude. Nobody's taking the bait tonight.
No. I thought Trump might have something to say and push it one way or the other. New Zealand had a lot of high impact news, but it just didn't do anything.
That's not even the bait I was laying out there. I mean, if you were all getting all liquored up online, there's not.
Nobody wants to stay up for London.
Dude, I literally put it in the chat like 4 different times. Not one soul took the bait.
I wasn't egging it on. I knew what you were doing. I'm just going to sit back. If you want to do London, more power to you.
I'm out for London, buddy.
Yeah.
There's no way in hell I can do that tonight.
I just got so much going on in the mornings. I'm lucky to squeeze in 20, 30 minutes. And if I've got
the second half of a project that kicks off here in another 32 minutes. So,
so you're out of here at 10 anyway.
Yeah, at 10 o'clock Eastern. I'm bailing out to finish up the second half of a project tonight on behalf of a customer. And we knocked down about a couple hundred switches and almost a couple thousand access points last night. Got about the same number tonight. And,
oh wow! How did Jesse's migration go over the weekend?
Yeah, it was good. It was good. Sounds like he got a bunch of stuff done, and got the first phase of that project out of the way, and now he's on to phase 2 and phase 3. So successful deployment. I don't think he had any hiccups. At least I didn't hear from him if he did.
Gotcha.
Today. I mean, you really don't know until the users come back, but
that's right. Well, he's not here tonight, so I'm assuming he's working on that.
Probably so.
Yeah.
And Captain Price, it's large school districts, sir. Those high school kids require a lot of access, believe it or not.
Yeah, they do. Trying to see, NVIDIA ended up down for the day. Okay. I mean, it's still way up compared to where it was just last week.
Where's NVIDIA at now? What was the price point at?
So it opened today at 141.27 and it closed at 139.25. But last week, I actually bought $1,000 worth when it went down. So I bought 2,000 at 118. I bought another 1,000 at 116, and I bought another 1,000 at 114.
Nice.
So yeah, I didn't fool with the options because the volatility is just I just don't trust it, you know. So I just bought the stock. So I got 4,000 in NVIDIA, and it's gone up 15% in the last week. So what's that? $400, $600. So I'll take it. Just like I'm going to take this gold push down. Trying to see what I got in at. Looks like I got in at 29.55.4.
Enigma short on the GC1.
And there we go. We got an Enigma short. It didn't take it. I want to see if I can get a little bit more of a touch. If it pulls back a little bit, I might actually try that tonight. Nope, too late. If it pulls back, I might take it.
Yeah, there's a lot of neat stuff that's going on around AI in the technology space.
Oh, look at that. I should have taken that gold Enigma. Wow, look at it go. Look at it go. Look at it go. But I've already got my micro on. I'm doing good on that. I'm up $300 on my, well, no, I'm up $30. 300 on the mini, but 30 on the micro.
On the micro cross.
Yeah.
That's good.
I wonder why it didn't take the Enigma. It's armed. And that's the reason
for moonshot and supermoons.
I thought it defaulted to Enigmas when you have this on. How do you get it to do Enigmas?
Turn the moonshot and supermoon off.
Ah, okay. I thought it did.
That's a filter.
I got you. Okay. I wonder if I should. No. Don't fuck with it. Okay, I get what you're saying. All right.
Billions and billions. Yeah, I saw actually Amazon's building a big data center in Madison, Mississippi, of all freaking places.
Well, Google's building. Is it Google? Is that Meta? Meta, yeah.
Meta.
Meta is
Google
building.
and Meta are two different, yeah.
All right, so Meta is building a huge facility in Shreveport. Huge. Like total project size is, I think, 2.5, maybe $3 billion.
Not surprising.
So that's going to be. I was trying to get myself involved in that a little bit, but I don't have the chutzpah for that size. I'm hoping they break it out in chunks. So up in the Pacific Northwest, Google did that. They would build the farms, the data farms, and they would release each data farm in chunks of 10 to different generals. And those different generals would get 2 or 3 electricals in there, and they'd split them up. So you'd end up with 2 or 3 out of 10. And then when the next phase came, you got 2 or 3 of the next 10, and so on and so forth. And the reason they did that, this was over in southeast Oregon, probably about 250 miles away, 300 miles away from Boise. And there's just no labor force. There's this, to be able to build them is one thing because the property's cheap and lots of solar power out there. But, there's just, when it comes to labor, it's tough. It's one of the toughest areas to staff. So if you take it in small bites, it's easier.
Right.
I mean,
That
you know,
makes
you've
sense.
been up there.
Oh yeah. No, I had. You gotta remember, I had a data center right there in Hillsboro for
Yeah.
years.
So this is out in I finally, that was one of the few places that I hadn't spent a lot of time in. And let me tell you, I know what the High Plains Drifter background is all about now.
Double Delta GC
Dude,
on the
it's
one.
windy, it's cold, no trees, and thousands of windmills now. I mean, when you drive past a windmill and you realize the investment to build that windmill is about $4 million, and you see 10, you're like, okay, well, that's 40 million. And then you see 100, okay, well, that's 400 million. And then you see 1,000 and you're going, Jesus Christ, that's $4 billion worth of, and it just keeps going
Whip.NQ
forever,
on the
on and on. I had never seen so many windmills in all my life.
And if they had just built one nuclear power plant, it'd have been 10 times as efficient
Yeah,
for a
Well,
third of the cost.
probably. So, okay, so I just took profit somewhere.
More accidental money.
More
Bob's
accidental
raking it
money.
in.
Yeah, where the hell is it? Oh, it's on my ES trade. So I got an active ES contract on the on my open range chart, and it just got so high that it kicked in.
Oh, your trailer?
Yeah,
No,
No.
nice.
never a bad thing.
So your open range tonight's done really well.
Oh yeah, it's done extremely well. And the amazing thing is, it does that more often than not. I can't tell you the last time I had a losing day with the open range. Again, it's it's very low risk. It's one contract per at a time, never more. And if I lose, I lose $50. If I win, I'm upwards 100, maybe even closer to 200. So you can't. How do you beat those odds?
No, it's perfect.
Yeah,
Because you'd have to lose 5 nights for it to be a losing trade over the week.
that's right.
As long as you hit 1, you've covered your week. You hit 2, you're in profit for the week.
That's right. So if I can
As long as you continue to set your risk reward to the same.
and that's what I'm not changing, because I like the idea of making $100 in my open range. If I make $100, great. If I make, since it's 2 times a day, I'm doing the evening, the Asian market, I'm doing the New York Open. If I can make $200 a day,
Without thinking about it?
that's right.
Without stressing over it?
Yeah, you can make $1,000 a week easily. And I mean, well, let's just put it in reality. Let's say $500 a week. Anything over that's lagniappe, right? So,
Yep.
and if you do $100 a day across 3 or 4 accounts, that's $400, right? $400 combined with your other activities. All of a sudden you're doing $200 or $300 a day across 4 accounts, and you're talking about $1,000-$1,200.
Yeah.
I'm good with that. I don't have to have the $5,000, $10,000 days. I just, it's too much stress, John. It's too much stress.
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, you're not having to think or analyze. I mean, you have to put some thought into it, right? But
That's right.
it's not it's trading with a strategy, right? And over
That's
time,
right.
it'll prove out what your edge is or isn't.
That's right. And it has done a good job of that. So I'm good. I'm good with that. If you squeeze out some profit on the headshots, if you squeeze out some profit on the 2-finger salutes, if you squeeze out some profits on your scalps, I just don't. If I can grow my account 5% a day, where are you going to get that kind of earnings ratio?
You're not.
So
And Captain, to address your point there, I would not take that shark there. So that was a shark on the 3s, and that's on the front of the shark. for starters. And you didn't have an order flow event or a dot there, so I don't personally take the harmonics by themselves.
The
I need
shark would
something.
be.
I
Go
need
ahead, Sean.
something else, and I want it to be in the back of the shark. That's why I want a shark back or a shark tail play, not just taking a shark off of the front of it. And the reason being is if I enter in there, even if I get the ideal entry, my entry's at 263, my stop is somewhere around 5250. If I'm playing it as like playing the structure back out, my stop and my target, I actually have more size on my stop than I do my T1. It doesn't make sense, even though this one actually plays out very well. This one does admittedly play out very well. So
Yeah, and that's why I've taken everything off, because everything else, the diamonds, the Gartleys, and I'm not discrediting them. The what's the one that starts with the ciphers?
Yeah.
The butterflies, they're all great. They're all powerful, right? But I'm not going to take those alone. I got to take them with a dot. I'm more inclined to take a shark by itself, depending on where it is. Think of it as the poker table. Is it dealing me? Am I holding two hearts and the board has two hearts on it, and I'm headed to the turn in the river, and I know that the odds are really good for me? Yeah, then I'll take it. But I'm looking at the MACV. I'm looking to see if I'm in a master position. I'm looking to see if it's oversold or overbought. I'm looking at the deltas, trying to see if it's been minimalizing or maximizing, increasing. And, I'm also looking at my volume profile charts. Are we above the POC? Are we below the POC? Did we just come back through value area low and we're headed for the point of control? These are the things. Look at the tide and the wave. Again, look at your higher time frame. But I'm only willing to do that with the sharks, because the sharks are extremely powerful in my mind. But I don't blame you for not taking it, and I try not to take it on the tail. I always try to take it at the back.
Well, the tail meaning like you have an order flow event after it's broken the back of the shark.
Right.
So actually beyond the back of the shark. So with an Enigma, with a ready up, with a cross or an alpha omega back there.
Yes.
Then you can take it.
Yes.
And MP, welcome back, buddy. Welcome to the room.
Good to see you.
Jason
Hey, look,
G,
Jason G's
good
here
to see
too.
you.
What's happening?
Yeah,
MP?
we were
Good
busting
to
his
see you.
nuggets last night for his attendance has been poor of late.
Man, I cannot get rid of this cough, John. I just can't do it, brother.
I'm glad I haven't had any of those things in a while.
All right. I am up. I am going to
Order filled.
I am now up for the night on my open range. $2,162. So I made $216 on my micros tonight.
There you go.
I don't even have to trade tomorrow. I'm already, that's actually my target. If I make more than that, lanyard, but I don't want to risk losing any of it. So
Jason,
I am perfectly fine.
Jason, Bob and I both understand this consulting crap taking away from our trading.
Oh my God. Did I tell you Bobby got a nice project today?
Yeah, well, I talked to Jonathan this afternoon.
Oh, did he? Oh God, he is. Did he talk a mile a minute?
He did.
He is trying so hard to be professional. He really is. And I told him today, I said,
I busted his balls when he said, I was talking to Robert, and I was like, yeah, I have no idea who you're talking about. And he's like, Robert. And I was like, yeah. You mean Bobby? Yeah, I know that kid.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So when we're in meetings and Bobby's and Jonathan are in the meetings, everybody's calling Bobby Robert. And I'm like, who the fuck are y'all talking to?
Yeah.
And I said, the only time I called him Robert is when his ass was in trouble. And everybody just laughed. And then half the guys go, oh, that's your son. I'm like, how many closest do you guys know? And there's 3 of us in this one chat, in this one session.
Those poor souls.
I know. So anyway, I'm turning the tide. And
sounds like they're doing well though.
And they're having fun doing it. He's excited as all get out. He really is.
It's exciting times.
It is.
It's fun.
It is. He got this one all on his own. So, I mean, he parlayed it out of the job that he got with me. He was doing a good job, and the guy leading the BIM department, or the BIM charge for our general contractor, is a third party to them. Mm-hmm. And so he got a call from a guy up in, I think it was Alexandria, Louisiana, and said, asked him if he could do mechanical work. And he says that he doesn't really do that. He's more of an administrator. But hey, give this kid a call. He's a good kid. He does good work. And that was Bobby. And he ended up getting it.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Yep. So, nothing major. Just it's a nice project for him and Jonathan to do on the side. And
Bob builds tiny homes. Joking, Jason.
Tiny homes. Yeah.
Tiny homes. Yeah. What all electrical type of jobs are you guys working on now?
So right now we're in the process of redoing some stuff at the Superdome, and I've got 2 major schools going on right now. I've got a wastewater treatment plant going on. I'm sorry, it's a well. It's a well and maintenance building, and I've got a couple of site lighting projects. Nothing big, but we're nice and small. But Jason, to give you an idea, no, I haven't. That's one of the few things that I haven't done. But if anybody is familiar with NASA, I worked on the B2 test stand back in 2011 through 2015. And we rebuilt that. That was the original space shuttle engine test station, launch engine, test stand. And they redesigned it, and I was part of the design team. And the electrical, we redid all the medium voltage on that. We redid all the 480, the 480 volt. We did a lot of this in the instrumentation and the controls. And then while I was out there, I also did a lot of work over at the Department of Homeland Security. I can't talk about that. But we also built a jet engine test stand out there at the same site, which is Stennis Space Center. We built test stand number 2.
Double delta
And
GC on the 1.
let's see, what else have I done? I've done major work at the Superdome. Anytime you see the Superdome on Sundays or Monday nights, and you look up in the end zones and you see those huge 365 foot wide, 70 foot tall screens, that's my handiwork. So that's probably the highest profile project I had going on. Did a lot of material moving projects up and down the Mississippi River. Rebuilt Ingalls Shipyard over in Pascagoula, Mississippi. Oh yeah, and I'm missing one. We built the world's largest Amazon distribution center up in Portland, Oregon, and I think it was 4.6 million square feet, 5 stories, huge project.
Like I said, he's involved in tiny homes.
Oh yeah, tiny.
Anything over 110, he's got to call in help.
Fib.NQ on the 3.
That's right. And I have built a lot of down here in Florida. The big thing down here is multifamily housing, so and hospitality. And I actually did the world's largest multifamily project here at Disney back in 2019 through 22, and we did that for Disney for the cast member housing, and it consisted of. How many buildings was it? It was 40 buildings. Each building had 72 apartments. Had 2 community centers, 2 firehouses, 3 security buildings, and it was on about a 100-acre campus. So it was a really nice project. The electrical portion on that.
Enigma long on the GC1.
The electrical portion on that ended up being about boy, that
GC on the 1.
damn, that Enigma just shot up. I didn't even get hold of it. I'm glad I closed that gold trade. I got out at the right time. Oh yeah, but that was the world's largest one of those. I built the world's largest let's see, the world's largest Amazon. I did a lot of casino work back in the between 2000 and 2008. One of my other high-profile projects was, what's the name of that hotel down on South Beach? It's a real famous one, where the Rat Pack used to play. Fountain Blue.
Fib.NQ on the 3.
Fountain Blue. That was a really cool project. If there's a casino in Mississippi or in Louisiana, chances are I had my hands in it. Casinos up in St. Louis.
So needless to say, Jason, you understand why he calls himself a nomad now.
Oh my God. Back in the late 90s, we had small pieces of every Albertsons built between 97 and 2002. Yeah. So I worked on over 500 Albertsons projects, and literally from coast to coast and border to border, all the way from Key West to Seattle.
You've done a lot of major stadium work too.
Oh God, I didn't even think about
with
that.
all the Beverage Chase stuff.
Oh yeah. So we did a lot of Churchill Downs was one of them.
DCDMGC
we
on
did
the 1.
Dolphin Stadium. We
Double
did
Delta GC on the 1.
was it Dolphin Stadium or was it called something else?
Hard Rock.
Oh my God, I did every Hard Rock around. Trying to think of the stadium work that we did up in St. Louis, Kansas City, up in Fayetteville, Arkansas. Obviously,
so needless to say, Bob gets to every couple of years he goes and reintroduces himself to my sister and claims he's her husband.
That's right.
And she probably says, "Thanks for the money. Now go back and make more."
That's right. That's right.
The masonry work on that Albertson, Jesus, that's awesome. That's pretty funny. Small world.
So which Albertsons, Jason? I like I said, I did them cross country. I was in Boise, Idaho, meeting with those guys, probably once a month, and at the corporate headquarters, and everywhere from. We did a lot down in Arizona. A lot down in Glendale.
Lake Havasu.
I don't remember where Lake Havasu City is. Jason, that had to be back in 2002, 3, 2001, something like that. That sound about right? Albertsons got way too big. Way too big. And ended up... see, Jason. So I'm trying to think of, I did everything around Phoenix. I did, if you go out of Phoenix up north and to the left, to the west, like you're headed to the Grand Canyon or even Las Vegas, Man, I can't think of, but there was a beautiful city, and it was just this hole in the woods. No, I got to look it up now. It's going to drive me nuts. I can't believe I can't remember that. Let me go find this thing.
Are you talking about Sedona?
No, but I did do
Like
one in Sedona.
kind of.
Did one in Flagstaff, but no. And I got a picture of me standing on the corner in Winslow, Arizona.
Sounds like a lyric to a song.
Sounds like it. Prescott Valley. That's where that was absolutely.
Cave Creek. Ooh, I've got a good story about Cave Creek.
There you go. Well, I'll turn it over to you because I'm getting ready to go to the bathroom. I got liquidity issues, and apparently Churro does too.
Somewhere there's a few
I'll be right
Boy
back, guys.
Scouts that earned a merit badge, about 5 years ago there. For a rescue. It's a damn good story, though. Let's just say it involved about a handle of makers and a lot of blueberry Red Bull vodkas. A lot. So we were there for the national title game. It was Bama Clemson. And we started early that morning. Myself and a business partner and some friends, and we had a house up in Cave Creek, and we started just getting dialed in early in that morning, and ended up going to Cave Creek. Lost a couple $100 playing pool to my buddy, and ended up getting tossed out of the bar. Turns out they kind of frown upon when you throw the cue ball down the street. So I got sent home from there, and then ended up, taking a little nap, sleeping a little off, and we went to the national title game. Well, ended up drinking triple blueberry. It's the first time I'd ever had it. Blueberry vodka Red Bulls in the pregame party, and then I ended up at this bar called the Tequila Rose right across the street from the stadium there in that district. And let's just say, came to my senses and realized, well, I can't do this anymore. I'm hammered. So I'm like, screw it. I mean, we paid for these tickets. It was hilarious, but I didn't even make it to the game. So I caught a cab, and we get back out to Cave Creek, and I can't remember the damn address to the house. My phone is at the bar and the Tequila Rose, along with my wallet and everything else. The only thing I have is a couple $100 in cash. And, I end up just convincing this cabbie. I'm like, here's a couple $100. Just drop me off at this gas station. I'll figure it out. Well, turns out I couldn't figure out much of shit. And this family of Boy Scouts rescued me. Turns out I tried to take a nap on a cactus, and well, that didn't work out very well. That was a fun time in life. But yeah, they actually found the place. They found where I was staying. Dropped me off. Pretty embarrassing. Quite the story, though. Woke up the next day, got all the way back to Denver after flying home. Got back to DIA, got in my truck, and that's when I realized, shit, I'm still drunk. It was quite the bender. I was going through my divorce at that time, so it was
NQ on the 3.
I was wired for sound, to say the least, that weekend. It was quite an excursion. It was a hell of a good time, though. And of course, my buddies still make fun of me for it to this day, so I don't have any shame in the story any longer. But we all wonder what happened to these Boy Scouts, because the funny thing is I'm in a minivan with, a family of Boy Scouts, and the only word I know is fuck. It was pretty funny. How I recall that story so clearly, but I know exactly how jacked up I was that night. Pretty embarrassing, I guess, but there you go. It was a good one. It was fun. So I still have an unused ticket to a national title game. It's pretty. I had to watch SportsCenter the next day just to figure out who actually won. Yeah, it was a riot. That was a riot of a time. Phoenix is a town I love that. I love that city. Phoenix, Scottsdale. I don't care what time of year. It's a blast to go. It's one of the more underrated cities in the country, I believe. There's some good stories out around Havasu as well.
All right, guys, I am back.
Bob missed the story. Yes, he still doesn't know it.
I'm sure I will hear it again.
Oh, no.
Enigma short on the GC1.
Let's see if I can get back to the chat.
Order filled.
Take a shot at this Enigma on the GC.
Mad Dog 2020. We used to have a car service we used. Guy was from Albania. His name was Nico. So we used to frequent. There was a period of probably 6 or 7 years where we were in and out of Scottsdale a lot. So we always called Nico to show up. And whenever we needed, we wouldn't even rent cars. We would just use Nico's. We could be on at 3 o'clock in the morning. Call Nico up. His answer was always, "I'll be there in 5 minutes," and you could hear him coming from miles away. And he'd fly up into the parking lot, sling that Suburban sideways, and how he never hit us, I'll never know.
Harmonic GC on the 1.
But just come barreling into the parking lot sideways with brakes locked up. The Great Alaskan Bush Company? Absolutely. Absolutely.
DCDMGC on the 1.
If there's the candy shop, Great Alaskan Bush Company. Great Alaskan Bush Company's got a great story associated as well.
Harmonic
Target
GC
filled.
on the 1.
What was Coyotes, Babes, you name it. I know the names. I've never been there.
Well, that Enigma worked out just perfectly. Even got my opposing signal on that shark, but it took my profit, and it's probably hit it further south, but I'll take it.
The Candy Store, that was the name of it. Yeah, the Candy Store. Yeah, we've spent a lot of time in Arizona. Actually, one of my best casino stories is in Arizona as well. After a bender night, again, I go show up to Talking Stick. I sit down at a 3-card poker table, place my bet. First hand gets dealt, and it's a progressive table. The dude to my right actually gets dealt the progressive jackpot. So we get to sit there for 2 hours, drinks on the house. The cool thing is at Talking Stick, it's they pay everyone at the table $2,000 when the progressive gets hit, just for your time for sitting there.
Hey, Diamond Clay, Vinny has a setup. If you go on the forum, not the forum, but the Discord, and go to the computer section, he gives a very detailed explanation of what you need. and what you don't need, more importantly. And I have bought all mine from Cuck USA, and I think they're called something else now. But if you just click on that link, it'll take you there. Talk to Derek and tell him what you're trying to do, and he'll actually he knows Vinny. He knows what Vinny's guys use, folks use, and he'll be able to help you out there. But yeah, I have the i9. I have one machine with a 13.9. I have another machine with the 14.9. The 13.9 has 128 gigs of RAM. You don't need that much. The 14.9 has 96 gigs of RAM. And don't ask me why it's 46. 96. I just know that it is. You don't have to sink all that money into a good video card unless you're playing games. Focus on the GPU and the CPU. And John, you can chime in here because I'm way out of my league. I think I've told her everything that I know about computers right there.
Yeah, no, it's go. Yeah, Cuck USA's got a great setup. So Jason, here's another neat fact. My business partner actually for a number of years owned the lake record at Lake Havasu for speed. It was recently broken in the last couple of years, but he ran boats down there for a number of years.
There's a video, and I'm trying to find you the link.
On the 1. Double delta GC on the 5. Fib.GC on the 1.
Give me just a minute, Diamond, and I'll find that. I know I'm in the right. Best trading PC for Vinny's thoughts. All right, so let me see if I can get that for you. Let's see here, share. If I'm not badly mistaken, Diamond, follow this link. And I think it'll get you to Vinny's video on the most recent computer setups and give you all the data you really need. All right. That's my public service announcement for the night.
I think at the time it was 180, 190 in the shootout.
Oh my God. Seriously?
Yeah.
Oh,
well, he
God.
had that twin turbine. He had that boat low altitude. It was a 50-foot cat powered by twin 1800 horsepower turbine engines.
Jesus. God.
He's since graduated. Now he has I think he races the world offshore stuff now, so I think he's got he's won the world championship twice in the modified V, and then he's got a super cat as well.
Jesus.
And he also races another one, but he doesn't race anymore.
Double delta GC on the 1.
himself. But that particular race out at the Desert Storm shootout, he actually was driving that boat. Him and another buddy of ours was the throttle man for that. His boat was called Low Altitude. He's since sold that, I think. I don't remember who bought it from him, but you can go look it up. And then now he owns, let's see. Yeah, this is I'll throw this in the chat. This is one of his boats Now then he races. That's from Key West.
Is he actually the captain? Is he the pilot?
No, he's just the team owner now. He doesn't actually race. I would kill him if he got on a boat. He's way too valuable to me. Although he trains with him, he still does like all the. They do the whole dunk tank testings. They can, because they have to get certified for if the boat, capsizes and how they get out of their harnesses and everything else underwater. He still does all that, but I would kill him if he got behind of a wheel of a race boat at this point.
Jesus, that thing is flying.
Yeah, this low altitude was pretty crazy. That thing was a sick boat. If you're into like speed and water and that type of shit. Yeah, so they do all those offshore races. He actually races in like. They race from Florida all the way up. They do Lake Michigan. They do Lake of the Ozarks. They go up to Lotto. They do some stuff off the Eastern Shore in like Maryland. And then obviously they do Tampa, Clearwater, Sarasota, Daytona, and then finish their year down in Key West.
All right, John, it's after 10 o'clock.
Yep, my stuff has already kicked off.
Yeah, I'm getting ready to take these pups and take them to bed.
Okay.
So are you going to hang out?
You going to stick around for a little while? I'm
No,
just sitting here watching scripts run.
I'm done. I am absolutely done for the night.
I guess Jesse's taking a vacation day.
I guess so, man. I guess so. Maybe he caught wind that we're cutting his pay by 50%.
Maybe so. I'll stick around for a few more minutes. Probably, I'm going to give it 18 more minutes and then I'm bailing.
All right. I'm going to go take care of these dogs and put them to bed. And I will be back tomorrow night. Hopefully John can join us. Maybe Jesse will be back. If not, we'll still have fun. Have a great night. Glad to see everybody. If you haven't already, do me a favor. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell notification button. I'll be trading gold tonight. His moped must have broke. All right. Yeah. Gold has definitely been, I don't know. Gold and ES, Gold and NQ have been good to me tonight. So it's been a great night for me. Great day for me. Everybody be good, stay safe, and stay green. John,
take care.
We'll talk to you later. Good. Glad you joined us tonight. Y'all have a great night. Talk to y'all soon.
Thanks. Yep. So yeah, we'll keep the bar open for a few more minutes here. Maybe, just maybe, we'll get something exciting to happen. I doubt it, but you never know. You never know. Yeah, I'm not either. I'm up 398.92 on the night. I am gonna leave it right there. As a matter of fact, the reality is that's probably where it'll be come this time tomorrow night, because I have no need to trade tomorrow. Yeah, it's good enough for me. Good enough for me. Got chopped up last week. Options plays or there you go. Claw your way back, buddy. I mean, that's just going to happen. That's part of trading, unfortunately. Yeah, I found a pretty solid strat for me at night. That's produced pretty well. So I keep just doing that. That's all I've had really time for, though, is set it up, let it run, and that's kind of it. Last week was some tough trading. A few days. Last week was some tough trading. But admittedly, once we kind of broke out of that prior range of consolidation, then I have a hard time trading at all-time highs. And that's been a lot of these last. That looks like gold. It looks like long, and I'm assuming that is based on the Enigma bot. Maybe. I don't know what's going on there. What's up, Julian? How's it going? Yeah, gold moves pretty well. It's been moving pretty well at night. There's a lot of speculation as to what's driving gold's movement. As it seems like there's a large institutional buyer with seemingly endless deep pockets. And if you've done any research, you'll find that there's a shortage for physical delivery in London. I've read about that a number of times in a couple different spots. Let me drop this in the chat. There's the link to it. It was from February 3rd. There's a lot of stuff. If you go searching through, here's another one around gold and silver physical deliveries. But it looks like they're struggling to physically deliver, with the Bank of England saying they're a 4 to 8 week delay on delivery. So I don't know if you guys are into that kind of stuff, but so MP, did you get chopped up on NQ or on the on ES? I know you're an ES trader by the book there. God dog it. Keep trying to remember what it was. Make sure I'm still live here. All right. Switch accounts. Studio. Content. Live. Ah, gotcha, yeah. Yeah, Adam, it's kind of messed up, but there's some theories as to that's what's driving the price around right now. Yeah, admittedly, I didn't trade today, so I've only traded tonight. MP, and
Target
looking back
filled.
at today's price action, yeah, it looks like it was kind of all over the board. This morning, kind of rangy. And then a strong push, after the bell. We're into the closing bell, I should say. Yeah, I was talking with somebody else tonight about that. I'm glad I don't do a lot of government business right now. That would not be a very settling place to be or position. Seems like everything is on the chopping block, and the default is to cut first, ask questions later. Which, admittedly, there's a ton of fat there, right? So they probably haven't even hit muscle yet, much less bone. But when you go through any of that, it's there's always collateral damage and unintended consequences. It's just the nature of it. So how high do we go tonight, guys? Anybody got any prognostications there? Do we run all the way up to like 350? Do we go hit all-time highs? Where are all-time highs? Would take us all the way back to 450-ish, right? Yeah, it's a mess. It's a mess for sure there, Adam. I'm a huge consumer of news, so, and I feel like we as traders, it's super helpful to have at least some idea of the bigger picture out there and some of the things that may be played or may play into price action from a larger view, right? Maybe not in the individual, micro trade you're in or scalp trade you're in, but definitely if you're trading on a larger time frame, larger time horizon, those are things that could impact it, that's for sure. But it would still be hard for me to hold gold right now. I mean, we've just go look at the price of it in the last 6 months. Insanity. But I've been saying that as the NQ and ES just keep ripping the new all-time high after new all-time high. So T. Cooper, you don't think it goes much further, right? Yes, looks like it still has room to go up. Potentially as well. $29.44.5. Well, it looks like you're in. You're at least profitable right now in that gold position. Oh, that's right. FOMC minutes at 2 tomorrow. I haven't even looked at Forex Factory for news. What else do we have for news out there? Let me pull it up. So you've got... I don't care about Empire State Manufacturing Index.
Fib.NQ on the 3.
Bunch of daily and bar speak. Trump, nope, that was today. Wednesday. Great Britain. So Bank of England will announce CPI there. And then housing starts, building permits at 8:30. Not a whole lot. I guess the biggest news of the week is unemployment, and then you have flash PMI and flash services, manufacturing and services PMI, and then existing home sales and U of M consumer sentiment on Friday. So you've got a little bit of news. Unemployment might drive some things on Thursday, and then obviously PMI on Friday with U of M. That could make those days interesting. But other than that, not a whole hell of a lot out there. And I saw the 10-year was up at one point today. I don't know where it finished. Ten-year. There it is. That is not the right ticker symbol for it. Does anyone know the ticker for the 10-year treasury? Ah, there it is. US 10Y. So it's up. It's like 4.55. So it was up decent on the day. Yeah, at least in trading view, it's US 10Y. And I would share so you could see the charts, but Bob's not, we don't have my screen shared over there tonight. But with that, the market is not going anywhere. I think it's, we'll just call it a night, and we'll be back tomorrow night for another, hopefully maybe tomorrow evening we'll have a little bit more action here. But thanks for letting me hop in, guys. Really appreciate it. MP, good to see you. Casey, Cooper, Brian, Wolf, good luck in that trade, buddy. To everybody out there, really appreciate you guys continuing to show up every night after night. Adam, Jason G, Julian. Yeah, definitely appreciate you guys. So Bob will be back tomorrow night, same time, same channel, and we'll try to hopefully be able to provide a little more entertainment value than we have the last couple of nights here. But anyway, you guys take care, and we will see you tomorrow. Stay green, folks.